Hello, friends. Welcome to Viewpoint with Media Shippers. Our today's guest is very special. He is the architect of an entire cultural broadcast movement. Oh, yeah. Known as the father of Punjabi satellite television. Well, he transformed a regional voice into a global phenomenon. From bringing the Gurbani to television screens to building the iconic GTC network. His journey redefined content for the diaspora. A storyteller at heart across theater, television, and now immersive tech. He has always stayed ahead of the curve. Well, today, with the GTC network, he is shaping the future of the global Indian creator economy. A rare blend of legacy, innovation, and vision. Thank you very much, Rabindra sir, to be part of Viewpoint with Media Shippers. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Remember, sir, when I was just as a part of our research, when we are doing research, then we realized that what a brilliant journey it is. Uh, you had your career in the print, then into PTC network, and then now with the GTC network. You're widely known as the father of Punjabi satellite television, but you are not like Punjabi. But when I was doing the research, I hear you are one of the tech talk. And in that, very interestingly, you mentioned some very interesting dynamics about it. How did you get into this thing? So I particularly, and our viewers are interested to know that journey. So can you please help us with that, sir?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that is true. I'm not a Punjabi, I'm not a Sikh, but I have been running the world's biggest Punjabi television networks. The journey started even before that. I was a journalist and a theater worker. We used to do Punjabi theater while I was in college. So that planted the seed of Punjabiyat in me. My father-in-law, would-be father-in-law at that time, was Dr. Charandas Sidhu, who was a Punjabi playwright. So doing Punjabi theater, working in Punjabi culture and those sort of projects, it gave Punjabiyat in me. And then I became a journalist. I started my career in around 88 as a reporter in Sun magazine. Then I became chief of bureau. Then I became the assistant editor, then the acting editor of Sun. I was also then the culture editor with Sunday Mail newspaper, which used to come, there was a tabloid which used to come at that time. And from journalism, I branched out onto producing documentaries and homecast. I pioneered a concept called homecast. This was around 93, 94, post Iran-Iraq war, when cable came into our homes, when Star Network, when CNN, ATN, those channels came into being, just around the time that Z was launching. So I pioneered a concept where we used to buy time over 800 cable networks and premiere HMB show, which we used to produce with HMB. Saregama was then known as HMB. And it would have interviews of ghazal singers like Jagjit Singh, pop singers like Alisha, promos about feature films which were being launched, Roop Ki Rani Choron Ka Raja, and such kind of Bollywood news and features and that kind of stuff. This was even before Lehre and News Track and Indradhanush, all those were launched. This was before that. Then I did documentaries and a lot of stuff I kept doing. Then finally in 98, I got together some like-minded people and we started the first ever Punjabi satellite television, Punjabi World. That's where the journey began. That's where we were successful in putting Gurbani on world television. And from 98 till now, it's been continuing on whichever channel it goes to, it takes me there only. So from Punjabi World, we went to Channel Punjabi, then we went to ETC Punjabi. ETC Punjabi was taken over by Z, so we became part of Z Group. So in addition to ETC Punjabi, I got to run Z Punjabi, and then I launched Alpha ETC Punjabi in US, UK markets. Then in 2007 or so, 62 of us left and started PTC. And then PTC, we created 6 channels. And then in this last year, around September, again, about 100 of us left PTC and started GTC. And in 3 months, we were able to launch 3 Punjabi channels worldwide. We are available on more than 25 OTT platforms. We are available on DD Free Dish, Airtel, Tata Play, Fastway, Geo TV, Neo TV, Yup TV, Distro TV, Swift
Wow.
TV, Run TV, you name it, we are there everywhere. So
That's
that's been the journey in nutshell.
that's amazing. And you use the two words very interestingly. One is the Punjabi, which I kind of picked it. And the second, when you mentioned when you are explaining all this thing, like the community viewing kind of concept you are highlighting. It's very interesting thing. So basically, when the Tata Sky world comes into the picture, even before that, this concept probably get introduced or somewhere you're experimenting with this logic. Of a very natural question comes to my head, very naturally based on all this very interesting journey. When we mention about the cultural aspect of any kind of content versus a mass appeal, because there is a creative side of the business, there is a business side of the business. You being also an actor and you being also into the business side of the storytelling, how do you make that fine balance between these things? Where the best of the content is reachable to the best of the audience, and at the same time, this all thing is getting into a more like business side is also getting settled. How do you make the balance out of it?
There's a very simple formula. We don't make what we want to make. We make what people want to see. So we do research, we ask people, we do surveys, we do research through call centers and find out what exactly my audience wants to see. And that's what we produce. Our aim is to become part of their everyday life. If a product is not part of your everyday life, it will not survive. Be it a newspaper, be it a toothpaste, be it a TV channel, be it any product, if it becomes part of your daily life, it will
True.
succeed always. So that's the basic success mantra. Then we also say that we don't run TV channels, we don't run media companies. Our attempt is to change lives. If I can change my audience's life, if I can create opportunities, if I can give them a platform from where they can change where they are, if I can change all of that for the better, if I can provide them on a global stage, if I can create opportunities where they find livelihood near their home, that's when I thought my job is done.
But in continuation to just what you mentioned, I'm picking a very interesting point. I was seeing that there are some very interesting reality shows being launched by where you used to lead. So that is one kind of trend. Obviously, there are at that particular time there are different kind of platforms, there are different kind of shows being run, but there are some very interesting reality show run under your leadership. But sir, don't you think that in today's entertainment landscape, when the media or entertainment landscape becomes so fragmented, mapping that audience and according to that, creating that kind of content, as you mentioned, what people would like to see, uh, what kind of challenges you are witnessing in today's scenario? Or do you think that because whole ecosystem is growing so drastically, so dramatically, and more engaging way, probably there's an opportunity scope for individual, be it creator or be it producer. So, just your expert comment, your viewpoint on this question.
See, people love to watch stories. People love to watch news which concerns them, which affects them. As long as you are relevant to them, people will watch you no matter where you are. Secondly, you have to bear in mind my audience is changing. Their viewership patterns are changing. Their habits are changing. So, wherever they want to see content, I should be able to put the content for them on that platform. If they're on mobile, I should be available there. They're on TV, I should be available there. They're on laptop, I should be available there. They're on a watch, I should be available there. Wherever they can watch content, wherever they are in Punjab, they're in Delhi, they're in India, they're in Canada, they're in US, or they're on moon. They should be able to watch me.
True.
So
Yeah, sorry.
So that's the key. First, you have to be available to them where they want it, how they want it. You have to be available. Then you have to have content which is relevant to them. If you're relevant, you'll be seen. If you're not, you'll be gone.
Correct. Relevancy of the content decided by many different factors. There are different ways to map them. One typically is that how society is viewing today's scenario. One is the what is happening around us. One is the cultural aspect. So we typically call as socio-political, economical, or cultural aspect of the reference when we see and read any content. So one is
I'll
the
give an example. I'll give an example to make it more clear.
yeah,
See, every news channel is giving you the same news. Today, Chief Minister inaugurated this flyover. It's
right.
this long and it connects from this place to this place. Everybody clapped, such and such person was present. It has cost this much and it will do this. News over. What we try and do is, what will this flyover do for the people around it? What will it do for people who use it? What is the relevance of it? How economy will change? How society will change? How it will impact people? That's when I want to know what is this. Otherwise, it's a concrete flyover.
Correct.
No news for me. It's what you tell, and it's how you tell, and if you make it relevant. That's the key.
To be relevant all the time required a very, very powerful distribution ecosystem. One of the very important pillar, I won't say that the only pillar, but one of the very important pillars is that how has the distribution model evolved according to you from the days of cable to DTH and now to OTT? So,
I'll tell you, when it began, you had to hire a transponder. There was no other technology.
correct.
And you had to hire a transponder from Thailand, from France, from US, Russia, somewhere. Inset was not even available that time. So transponder cost that time was 40 lakhs a month.
Yes.
Today, even if you have to go to a transponder, it'll cost you a couple of lakhs, not more than that. That has changed.
Yeah.
It's become affordable, which is why instead of 10 channels, you have 1,000 channels existing.
Yeah.
And now the technology has come where you don't need transponder. I can make a channel in my garage, put it on YouTube. If I am relevant, people will watch it. So the distribution is now not at the mercy of cable or DTH operators. It's in the hands of the creators. I can go to YouTube, I can go to Facebook, I can do broadband, I can use a OTT platform. Now Doordarshan, through its waves, is giving 90% of the revenue to the creator who puts their content on them. So creators never had it such golden time ever. You will go to a channel, fold hands, please take my serial, please take my documentary, please take my interview. Now you don't have to. Create it. If it's good, it will find audience. Once you find audience, it will get you money. So distribution has become easier now.
Yeah. Sir, don't you think that now because user generated content is also getting very popular, as you mentioned and very rightly pointed out that now if your content is interesting enough, there is a possibility to get acquired by some other audience. But in that same breath, I'm also sensing there's a lot of content creators who are creating the content, which is good. But sometimes just because the discoverability is an issue, they probably lack on the possibility to reaching out to the right audience. Do you think that is the
No.
case?
No, that's not the issue. If you're good, the algorithm will find you. If people are watching you, the algorithm will force people to watch you. You'll get audience. You have to create different and good and content that is relevant. You're relevant, audience will come to you.
Sir, while you're explaining this whole logic of liking or if content is absolutely the content is the king, but at the same side, experience is the queen. The content is the king and experience the queen. Now your experience we are witnessing to different channels. There is SWOT, there is keyword, there is fast channel, there is cable TV, and so on and so forth. The Tata Skies of the world, the DTHs of the world, everyone is trying to bring the different kind of content to their viewer, and of course, seeking the possibility of the monetization opportunity. How do you rate, or rather, I would like to put across in this way: how do you see this whole monetization business to different channels working in a different fashion? Still, content is the king. Still, the audience is the someone for whom everyone is making the content. But in this whole process, when we specifically look at the algorithm, particularly as we are referring, don't you think that only few set of content being observed by the audience since they are in the top 10 or this genre or that genre? What about those content which probably not take it to that level when it is considered to be the top 10 rate of, let's say, in a Netflix or Amazon, maybe there is a chances that people may miss out on that, but vice versa, the content might be good. How do you look at this scenario?
I look at this scenario in a very simple way. If the content is good, somebody will find you. Now tell me which platform is not looking for good content? Be it Geo, be it Yup TV, be it Sling, be it UVO, be it anybody, Neo, Swift. What are they looking for? Good content. You have good content, they will find you. They'll find you and put it on their platform. So the discoverability or the distribution or the content discovery is not an issue right now. It's the easiest phase now, where your content will get noticed. If you're doing it right, if you're creating right, it will get discovered.
Right. So when we say about the discoverability, even the distribution, over the period since the days of 90s till now, the content has grown up in different formats. Earlier days of 2 hours, 3 hours, film reduced to 2 hours drastically, and we are all the part of that movement, some or other way. Then there is a content used to come for 44 minutes, then there is a daily soap opera and 22-minute kind of things come to picture. Now the era of the different kind of short reels, which is very much in the demand. Content created by expert versus user generated content. Obviously, there's a lot of scope for the creatives who are actually bringing a lot of differentiation, and because of that, probably this whole economy is working in a very interesting way. Since from the GTC network stand, when you acquire the content, when you are looking for the content, what is your acquisition strategy? How do you look? Obviously, audience, as per our communication, is at the core center. That what they wanted to see is the principally the important thing. But when you look at the content from their choice point of view, or whatever you believe that could be workable for them, how does your the acquisition strategy for the different kind of content take place at the GTC? And
Mostly what we do is we try to create our own content.
Oh, okay.
We hire the best creators and give them funds to create content for us. We launched a channel called Punjabi Shorts.
Mm-hmm.
It has more than 140 Punjabi 45-minute duration each short films.
Wow.
One after the other.
Wow.
These are all created by very good directors on a budget that we gave them to create on. One, it gave the local economy a fillip. It gave local talent a chance to work near their home. Don't go begging, don't go knocking doors. Create it here. Take the calling card when you go to Bombay or anywhere else. Secondly, the fiction serial that we are producing in GTC Punjabi. Sweetie Beauty Parlor is a kind of serial which has characters which live around you. It's a series which has characters which are identifiable. You want to see them succeed. You want to cheer them up. You want to back them up. You want to cry with them when they are down. You want to laugh with them when enjoying. You create content which will give people a relief, identification. Then can you add some laughs? So we have a serial coming up, Mahila Thana, where all cops are women. How they deal with criminals, how they deal with situations, what are their personal fads, likes, dislikes, but how they solve crime. That forms the crux of it. Then we are launching a singing reality show, Sur Taj of Punjab. It is going city to city with cantors, road shows, auditions to find the best singing talent and then give them an international platform where the best of the judges, they will judge them, and when they become stars, they start getting shows, they become popular, they become Nimrat, they become Ranjit Bawa, they become Afsana, they become Diljit, they become Honey Singh. We feel proud that we gave them a platform to go and show the world their talent. Then the world adapts them, lives are changed. Fresh talent comes in, talent grows, the youth gets engaged into productive things. Instead of running after drugs or this or that, they get into productive thing, livelihood earning, a career that they dreamt of. That's what we try to do. That's how we create shows. That's how we address our audience. So we take the audience as they need a voice that is their voice, which they want to hear, and they want world to hear it with them.
Sir, as a part of my research when I'm doing, Mr. Rabindra, the director of Azadi Re Tare versus today's creator, you see, uh, what dynamics what kind of change you're observing in today's creator? Do you sense that they are more content specific or more technology specific, or any other differentiator which you believe is a little different than what probably 30 years back what you used to do from the director standpoint versus today's director they are creating? What are the benefits what they are witnessing today versus what are the cultural assessment they are having towards their content? Your viewpoint on that.
See, I'll tell you, the only difference which has come in the last 2 years, and especially now, is the advent of AI. AI is a tool which has given a 360-degree flip to the content creation.
Yeah.
In such a way, earlier, I had to put a promo on air. So I'll have to find actors, I'll have to find a writer, he'll write the script, then I'll find a director, a creative director, DOP, studio, lighting, cameras, shoot it, edit it, and then put it together. At least a week, 10 days will be gone. Now I do the job in 10 minutes. All the promos on our channel, all the packaging on our channel, everything that you see which is in promos and packaging on our channel is generated by AI. And why I enjoy it, most of these promos I make it myself.
Yeah.
Using various AI tools. So the tools have enabled that if I used to dream then, I was relying on different people to turn it into reality. Sometimes it will turn the way I wanted, something will be an entirely different creation. Now I can create exactly what I wanted to create. The difference between then and now is what you dream, you can create today.
So true. So basically, there is a traditional television or traditional way of creating, and versus now AI way of creating. So, how is the demand for let's say Punjabi and Indian regional content? I particularly wanted to know from you your viewpoint about that. How has the demand for Punjabi content evolved internationally? Because there is a huge market, Punjabi diaspora across the globe, and even as you in the beginning mentioned about the Punjabi, some of the very interesting content I may not be understanding from a language standpoint, but I can sense that the essence for sure. Not necessarily knowing Punjabi only, I will be entitled to understand Punjabi as such. But at least there are some very interesting films, some interesting literature in Punjabi created. So my question was that how has the demand for Punjabi regional content evolved internationally?
I'll give you a very small example. Have you heard of Diljit, Karan Aujla, AP Dhillon? What are they doing these days? They're doing shows, Coachella, London, US, Canada, sold out arenas, audience 20,000, 50,000. Why and how are they achieving that? Use of technology, creating the content, but using it on a global style. A Diljit concert is no less than any Taylor Swift or Eminem or any concert. So the standard of regional content is also to become global. If I create a series today, if it is worthy of being put on Netflix, Prime or JioStar or such, that's when the audience will watch me. Anything less than that, they will flip the remote.
Okay.
So you have to have legacy, but angling at future. So at GTC Network, we are doing legacy-based future. I'm using the technology, I'm using the latest tools, but I'm basing my content on my roots to create something which today's generation will relate to. That's the difference which has come in.
So there is a question about virtual reality also. Like VR technology being adopted by a lot of creators. Sometimes there is also debate that it's like difficult to use, or for audience it is not as convenient. But what new formats, like from your standpoint of view, be it immersive or interactive or AI generated, which are the among these which are the most interesting and exciting format for you. You mentioned this very clearly that technology enable creator to create something interesting which they can outperform and share it to the larger set of audience. But with that also there could be a lot of space and scope. And now VR brings up like it has a complete different scenario altogether. And AI is now, of course, like in every field it is there. And you mentioned very correctly that now whatever I enjoyed, I believe actually I can really create that kind of creation. But particularly if I ask you, can you see the VR as a futuristic lens from the futuristic standpoint? Where you see
It's
it?
not futuristic.
It
It's
is, yes.
now. In our GTC news, we are using sets created by zero density. Now, zero density is an engine which is based on Unreal Engine, an engine which creates these games, Call of Duty and all those sort of games. It gives me virtual sets, virtual assets, XR, VR, AR. Combine them, and that's when my news anchor stands and gives the news. It creates a different aura, it creates a different interest, and it creates a hook. So, in regional television, I would say, at least in North India, nobody is doing that. Even on a scale, if I say, I don't think anybody in India is using the full blown zero density engine. Couple of films I've seen were made on zero density. And these kind of technologies are enabling us to give better presentation, engage audience better. So virtual reality, XR, AR, VR is not future, it's now.
Do you see this as the biggest ecosystem of the last?
No, it's definitely a very big change. Very, very big change.
Okay. This creators-led economy and GTC net. So basically, we are talking about platform-led power, creator-led power, and that is creating some very interesting intersection point for audience and for the creator also. But GTC meet at the center stage is actually enabling both the side of the story, or they are kind of the bridge between the creator and the consumer who is consuming it, and in a very interesting format. Now you mentioned about a lot of content AI. This example of the usage of the technology and how people are like actually enjoying their experiences getting better and better every single day. But from platform-led power to creator-led power, how do you feel about this journey? Because you were at the time when there was very different ecosystem, and now is the time where there's very, very interesting things. How do you look at this?
See, I would say, what is a channel or a network? It is a platform. And a platform is a bridge between the audience and the creator. So creator-led economy, this led economy, whatever the bridge is doing is putting the creator in touch with the audience. We are that. We are that. And all channels are actually, as long as they realize it. I'll give you an example how we are utilizing it. I have a woman sitting in British Columbia, Canada. She creates health-related capsules, which we air here. She was only on Instagram. So she had an audience which is limited to that platform. We gave her world TV audience. It's grown her platform also. It's grown our platform also. Similarly, finance trips are going to be given by a businessman who runs logistics company in Melbourne. So we are attempting to be a global Indian creators hub where we put best of the creators on a platform for the worldwide audience. That's how we define ourselves.
Absolutely. This is very interesting and inspiring. That brings to my next question. What is your vision behind DTC network as a global Indian creators hub? And tomorrow there may be some new dynamics. So what is your vision in all this?
No, I am very, very sure that Indian creators across the world will get together on common platforms and will develop an economy which will be a global economy. What happens these days is we create something only for India and then we rebeam it into US, Canada, UK. Whereas what we are doing is in whichever country we are operating, 30% of the content of that country is created in that country. My UK office creates 30% of my content in UK. US one does the same. Canada does the same. I am not re-telecasting what I'm making for Indian audience. I have to be relevant to that audience also. So that creation happens in that country. So that is our vision, that global platforms of Indian origin will become truly global, not just broadcast Indian content to globe, but have content coming from all across the globe to India as well as to go from here to the globe.
How wonderful it is. It's basically, this is in true sense the regional content is getting global, and there's a new dynamics coming to viewership, to audience, to the channel, to the surrounding altogether. And in that surrounding, one very natural question comes to mind. What are the key monetization levers to? Is it ads, subscriptions, syndication, events, IP licensing? How does that work?
We don't believe in subscriptions primarily because we know the audience. Indian audience, wherever they are bred and grown up on freebies. Our governments have spoiled them by giving them free stuff. They don't want to pay. US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand are infested with pirates. IPTV boxes, dabba. They call it dabba. Pay $10, take the dabba, lifelong watch 20,000 channel for free. So the economy is infested with piracy. You have to exist in that economy. You have to make hay in that economy where the economy is designed not to pay the creator. You have to ride the wave, convert that system into getting paid from that economy. We have been successful several places. Ultimately, we think we will be successful most of the places where even the pirates will become legal operators. They will earn money also, and creators will also earn money through them. So that is the economy we are trying to move into.
What defines the way you are experiencing 2026 and beyond? You mentioned some very interesting ideas about VR, how GTs is applying all this. But what according to you will define the great viewers experience in today's scenario?
I told you, relevance. If you have relevant content, you will exist no matter where you are. People will find you no matter where you are broadcasting. If you're on YouTube, people will find you there. You're on Insta, they'll find you there. You're on TV, they'll find you there. You're on glasses, people will find you there. You have to be good. If you are good, you're passionate, you're honest, you will succeed.
You make the fine balance with your experience and legacy with innovation. What advice would you like to give to young media entrepreneurs?
This generation is very impatient generation. They have to learn to be patient. They have to be persevering. You have to be at it day in, day out. This generation needs quick results. Quick results do not come. You have to wait. You sow a seed, you have to water it, you have to care for it. Then it will become a plant, then it will become a tree. Today's generation wants results like this. We used to slog 18 hours a day to earn 850 rupees. And we used to think how I will make my institution grow so that I can grow along with it. Today, they're looking for personal growth, personal glory. It does not survive for long. You will not survive like this. You have to do more than what you are paid to do. If you do more than what you are expected to do, you'll go far in life. Otherwise, you'll be a run-of-the-mill 9 to 5 guy who will come, work, go back, come, work, go back, making no difference to yourself or to the society. And work with passion. If your work, you are not passionate about that work, you will be a failure. You will never succeed.
Very nice, sir. Very nicely put. I have 5 last questions, the quick ones, basically.
Okay. Shoot.
Views on this. One big bet for the next 5 years in media.
Global Indian channels. Indian channel will not remain Indian channel, they'll become global channels. That's the biggest thing you will see. Not just 5 years, it will be happen in less than 2 years.
Fantastic. TV versus OTT versus theater spectrum. Which wins out?
All of them will survive together. All of them. I will start watching a movie on my TV. I will shift to my kitchen on my mobile. I'll come back on my bed on my laptop. I'll be watching the same content. Television rating points, TRPs, will fade away. Content rating points, CRPs, will come into being. No matter where I watch the content, I'll get ratings, I'll get monetization from there.
One technology that will disrupt media the most.
AI. AI is the thing which has already disrupted. Now we don't know at what level it will become. I am looking at a scenario where in a year or two, full-fledged channels will be run without anybody running them.
Sir, being in the industry so long, one mistake the industry is currently making. Your viewpoint on it.
Vision. Most of our media owners have no vision. They're here only to make money, not to make a difference. If you want to make a difference, then it's a different ball game. Money will follow you. Right now, they're under a trap to make money. So, media is not a routine business, it's a mission. That is the problem with most people who fail. They're here to make money. Media makes difference.
The last one, as a curious podcaster, your definition of the future of storytelling.
Oh, storytelling has been in existence for thousands of years and will remain. During the time of Rig Veda, there was oral storytelling, then became printing press, so you had written storytelling, then came the TV, so you started watching, cinema started telling stories, now stories are on your mobile, now stories are on your watch, stories are on your glasses. Stories will always survive. The biggest change will be in no matter which language you make the story, it will now be available in every language to everyone in the world through AI, through automatic dubbing, through automatic broadcast into different territories. The difference will be that.
Amazing, sir. At the intersection of creativity, technology, experience, the network, platform, and all the possibilities, are amazing discussion with you. Thank you very much, first of all, for
Thank
your
you.
time, and wishing you all success, sir. And look forward for more of this kind of content. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for joining Viewpoint with Media. Thank you.
Thank you.